today. From Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, this is Madden NFL 21. Pittsburgh and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions.
We're at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran former #1 pick back in 2009.
And his arm strength is often described as out of this world, and I've seen some throws out of him that are just really off the charts. But sometimes he relied on his arm so much his footwork got in the way, led to some inconsistency. But I've loved watching him evolve as a quarterback. He gets better and better each year.
Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Throwing on second and long. Stafford, and too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
It's taken to the 26, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. Leading them out is the former first-rounder from all the way back in 2004 from Miami of Ohio, Ben Roethlisberger.
We talk so often about his physical attributes. Of course, the Big Ben nickname, his ability to take hits in the pocket, his ability to extend plays and get outside of the pocket. But how about this for efficiency? Top 10 in career NFL passer rating. And he's one of the top 5 winningest quarterbacks in NFL history. That's pretty darn good.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford completing it here to Marvin Jones. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
Throwing is Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And the Lions, 1st down.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run out of the gun with Swift. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's
We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with no score.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. That took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the 1st half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse force him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And the pressure gets to him again. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He was probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Holding, receiving team.
So that one will be accepted.
Automatic first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger, he'll try and run it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Rolling to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. .43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Stafford. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 33. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a terrific first half from the veteran quarterback, Matthew Stafford. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game, as we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. And what I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's going to keep it here. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
A good action to this point in the third quarter, just a 3-point game, 2nd and 10. Overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On the move to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Big Ben, not the most agile quarterback in NFL history, but he can use those legs when he needs to.
He really can, and I think it starts with him taking contact and shedding people trying to get him on the ground. That's when he becomes the most elusive.
Yeah, something he honed back at. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron, 29 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive of 4 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now it's Stafford. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a one-possession lead, looking to expand that now.
The 44-yard line.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Roethlisberger sliding out of the pocket. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Connor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. And this play was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Connor, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and goal, Roethlisberger. Now he'll pull it down, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Throwing again. Stafford will find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, Stafford. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. It's 21-3. Scoring summary. 3-play drive. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Boswell for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because
pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. waiting from the gun. Stafford. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Connor on first down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. Second down coming up. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger forced out to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of